Do you feel like the internet is equal? Do you feel like you are able to view whatever you want on the internet without being restricted by your internet providers? That you feel you could watch whatever you want, videos on YouTube, Netflix, without the speeds being held back from what you pay for just because the internet providers want to? Hello, my name is Liam Baker, and these issues are something that come without net neutrality, and that's why I'm going to be talking here today. In my speech, I will be first describing to you what net neutrality is and our history with it in America, and then I will continue on by talking about the problems we have without net neutrality, and then the solutions to solve these problems. By the end of the speech, I want everybody in here to agree with me saying that net neutrality needs to be re-implemented into our state and national legislation. So starting off, what is net neutrality? According to the National Conference of State Legislators website, net neutrality is the concept that all data traffic on a network should be treated indiscriminately. This means that no matter what website you're on, like from the examples I used before of YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, all of these will be receiving the same speeds that you pay for to your internet provider, and that your internet provider cannot adjust these speeds for each individual website. Now, for our history with net neutrality, the FCC, or the Federal Communications Commission, established net neutrality in 2015. However, after a political shift in the board of the FCC, they made an effort to repeal these regulations in 2018. And we haven't seen any real changes since then, besides a few states implementing their own net neutrality rules versus the national. Now, the problem without having net neutrality is that it gives internet providers free reign over our data. Without net neutrality, internet providers can choose which websites they like the most or which websites pays them the most and give them the highest speed, the smoothest path for us consumers to reach them. However, let's say small businesses or maybe websites that don't ally with our internet providers' views politically or else get slowed down or even blocked. Without net neutrality regulations, there is nothing stopping internet providers from doing this. And for those of us who think this has never happened before, there's actually a very clear point in 2017 where this did happen, where Verizon actually slowed down Netflix's speeds for consumers until Netflix paid Verizon, the speeds didn't go back up. This was a statement I read off of The Verge, an article posted in 2017. Now, net neutrality does have a solution for all these. Net neutrality, by definition, means equal treatment amongst the internet. It means the best speeds and the best prices for those who matter, the consumers. With net neutrality, it allows us to compete between internet providers not based off of how much they block or what their political views are, but instead who offers the best prices and who offers the best speeds. These are all in favor of the consumer. This should matter to us especially because we're online school right now. What if we couldn't access our websites? What if we couldn't turn in our assignments because our internet provider didn't ally with the website we have to use? What if all of a sudden Zoom started getting throttled by Comcast or Verizon? This means some students just wouldn't be able to attend their classes. Net neutrality is also supported by human rights and consumer advocate organizations. This means that, again, for us, both humans and consumers, there's no reason for us to work against net neutrality. We should think of it as working for us, not against us. This information was given to me from the Penn State article, Net Neutrality Pros and Cons. Now, some opponents of net neutrality will say, Net neutrality prevents internet providers from innovating. This was brought up in a video from Prager University. They also say that with freedom, the internet providers can innovate even further by creating these fast lanes. Specific lanes of traffic on the internet for higher users to get faster speeds. However, there are two issues with this. One, this means that they can highly increase the prices of these fast lanes instead of just giving equal speeds amongst everybody. And two, it means that us who are willing to pay those higher prices are stuck with an even more backed up internet speeds and even slower speeds overall. There were also claims that net neutrality would decrease broadband value, and internet provider value. However, this is completely false. During the Title II net neutrality era, we saw a noticeable increase in investments in broadband. However, after the first full year of the repeal, and you know what I mean by that, from 2018 to 2019, we saw a decrease in these investments. This was all analyzed by Derek Turner on freepress.net in March of 2019. In conclusion, it should now be very clear to all of us why net neutrality is important for the consumers and for the websites we love, for the local businesses that are just trying to make their way on the internet. It is important that we protect net neutrality. In the visual aid I provided in my PowerPoint, on the third slide, you can see the approval ratings as analyzed by the Morning Consult in 2017. Every single party was in majority of approval of net neutrality. There was no reason for the FCC to repeal their decision on net neutrality. None. When the entire country agreed in favor of it. So I'm calling us now to call our senators, talk to our representatives about the House Joint Resolution 129, a version of the net neutrality defense bill. It is our duty as consumers to take that extra step and make the internet equal. Let's ensure freedom for the internet, now and forever. Thank you.